questions for Isaiah?
Yes, ma'am.
Jared, go ahead.
Hey, Isaiah, thanks for joining us today. I wanted to ask about the aggressive nature of a lot of the play calls so far this year. We've seen a lot of blitzes and guys getting after the quarterback. That puts a lot of pressure on you and your guys. What's that been like to have that trust, but also to have to deal with the consequences sometimes?
It's been a challenge, but they recruited us, of course, because they believe in our ability to play. So personally, I thrive on it and I enjoy it. The way that we've been playing lights out as a defense, and it's just been something I've been great to be a part of.
Okay, let's go Jay and then Jake.
Isaiah, congratulations on that fumble recovery and also for filling in for Keenan. What's it been like? You've been kind of that third starter, cornerback 3 and then kind of rotating. But what's it been like to be the guy there the last game and a half?
It's been an honor coming in and stepping up. Seeing Keenan go down kind of like motivated a lot of us, and seeing that kind of like drove me to want to play better. Of course, we always compete, but at the end of the day, we're like a family. So it kind of drew out the best in each other. His injury drew out the best in all of us, and we've kind of just been rolling with it. So it's honestly a blessing.
And then I just talked to Coach Lamb about, maybe your ears were burning, but about your progress through BYU, and obviously you entered the transfer portal, then decided to return. What went into that decision, and are you glad you did it?
A lot went into it. Kind of like what I put out there when I actually entered the portal, about kind of like some things that I was interested in and wanted to get involved in, and they kind of spoke to me about how I can make impacts here, and just how I'm a great fit here, and we kind of just talked about everything, and I'm actually happy I stayed. It's been like I said before, it's been a blessing being here and being able to play under this coaching staff.
Isaiah, a number of your teammates, particularly along the defensive line and linebacking core, have credited you guys at cornerback with the ability just to really cover for long periods of time to allow them to rush 6 and 5 guys. Is that a point of pride for you guys at the cornerback position?
Yes. We preach a lot on our defense that the corners in the secondary are nothing without the front line. So we have great kudos to them, and we respect their play and everything like that. So it's very honorable to hear them saying that. And like I said before, without them, we wouldn't even be able to really play the way we play. So it's a unit. So.
You're a kid who kind of grew up in the Pac-12 footprint. I know that Las Vegas isn't necessarily a Pac-12, doesn't have a Pac-12 school there, but they have their championships and all that stuff. Is it cool for you to play teams like Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, just teams that are in kind of the general area of where you grew up?
Yes, growing up, I mean, you're a kid, kind of seeing all that, seeing the Pac-12, and you hear about all these schools as a child. So getting an opportunity to actually play against them, you would think it's like, oh, wow, like I get to play against these schools. But then you think past the logos and past the fans and all that, and you just understand it's football. So at the end of the day, you go out there, do your job, and the result will be the result.
All right, let's go Alex Ehar and then Alex Dodson.
I'm kind of curious in terms of ASU, like what kind of challenges do they present for you guys defensively, especially with the way that their quarterback passes the ball in with, I think they have like 4 receivers that average like 10 yards per catch or more.
They have a team. They're pretty talented. So we respect every opponent we play against. And just like these guys, we'll come in watching extensive film and breaking them down and doing what we have to do to come out with a victory.
Going alongside further along, talking about Jaden Daniels as a quarterback, how are you guys looking to deal with the fact of him being a dual quarterback, both having that ability to run, so keeping the defense honest by making him stay inside of the box, but also having that ability to throw on the run as well?
It's a great question. I would have to say Honestly, you have to wait till Saturday to see how that pans out. But overall, I believe in our coaches and I believe in the game plan. So when Saturday comes, you'll get the front row seat to see how we're gonna play it.
All right, last two questions, Mitch and then Jay.
Yeah, Isaiah, you guys were so dialed in against Utah, sense the energy, everything like that. How do you maintain that razor sharp focus for Arizona State and to avoid a letdown?
It kind of comes back to being a family again, with Coach Kalani bringing a love and learning aspect to the program, and we kind of look to each other. So at the end of the day, we still have that family narrative, and we look at each other like brothers. So at the end of the day, it kind of just results into great win. Now what can we do next week? So that's kind of the mindset we have, and that's what we're running with.
And I wanted to circle back to when you entered the portal and came back. And if you're willing to share, what ways maybe has BYU maybe given you a platform and amplify your voice to showcase your story and things like that, if you're willing to share?
Oh, without a doubt. I was able to have a few different meetings with the VP and president of the school. Spoke to them a few different times to talk about things we can do to kind of change and make the university a bit more diverse. Spoken with different programs that have been developed. Just different things like that. They've been putting me in a position where I can actually voice my opinion and get interested in certain things that I was in the portal initially for. So it's, like I said before, it's been a blessing, and I genuinely appreciate being here.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Isaiah, my question's a little bit like that, but I know I talked to you before. You grew up in Atlanta, I think, or the Georgia area, moved out to Vegas when you were like ninth grade, I think it was. So the question is, what has kind of been the biggest culture shock or thing about Provo or BYU that you took some getting used to that you feel like you've kind of, you kind of vibing with now?
That's a great question. I'm trying to think about that. I would say it was a culture shock just being around different ethnic groups and seeing different types of people from all around the world. Being from Atlanta and Vegas especially, you get all different types of people. So coming here, not really seeing that kind of was a bit of a shock, but then you kind of get adjusted to it. And then you kind of you learn to appreciate new settings and you learn to adapt. And doing that kind of made me grow as a person, and I appreciate it.
Thanks for being willing to talk about that.
All right, Isaiah, that's it for today. Thank you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thanks, Isaiah.
All right, that's it for today, everybody. Anyone have any questions?